What's up, beautiful people? God, I have a word for you today. So follow me with your Bibles to Job chapter 5, and I'm going to be reading verses 17 through 27. Okay, and it says, Behold, happy is the man who God corrects. Therefore do not despise the chastising of the Almighty, for he bruises, but he binds up. He wounds, but his hands make whole. He shall deliver you in 6 troubles. Yes, in 7 no evil shall touch you. In famine he shall redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You shall be hidden from the scorch of the tongue. You shall not be afraid of destruction when it comes. You shall laugh at destruction and famine, and you shall not be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For you shall have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you. You shall know that your tent is in peace. You shall visit your dwelling and find nothing amiss. You shall also know that your descendants shall be many, and your offspring like the grass of the earth. You shall come to the grave at full age, as a sheaf of grain ripens in its season. Behold, this we have searched out. It is true. Hear it and know it for yourself. Y'all, God was just allowing me to read this and speaking to me in this word. In this season, you need to hear it and you need to know it for yourself. This is not the time to prove a point to nobody. It's not time to prove who you are to people. It's not time to prove your love or your loyalty. It's not that time. In this season, it's about you proving to yourself and just showing up before God. Don't try to restrict yourself, overcompensate yourself, trying to prove something. God said in his word here, it is true. Hear it and know it for yourself. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a context here. This is Job, the book of Job, one who was tried and tested, and God allowed it to happen. Everything was took from him. The enemy could touch everything but Job. God allowed everything to be taken away from him. So in this season, you might have had people taken away. You may have lost it all. God may have told you to give it away. God may have told you to put it down. He told you to bow out gracefully. There are some things that's been taken away from you, or that you have to lay down in obedience to Christ. And in this passage right here, it says, Therefore do not despise the chastising of the Almighty, for he bruises, but he binds up. He wounds, but his hands make whole. So even in our time of trouble, even in our time of disobedience, when God chastises us, that is for the greater good of ourselves, of our journey, of our walk, of our life, for our calling upon our lives, right? So it's like even when we make mistakes, God is still faithful. Even when we feel like we are being deprived and ripped away from everything that we ever loved, or that we have trusted, or even when the people that we invested so much into don't see us as worthy, don't see us as loyal enough, or it's just not enough, even if your family doesn't see the calling upon your life, even if that school didn't accept you, even if that job doesn't see you worthy as for the position, even if you're being the best mother you can and they just still don't see that you're being the best mother you can, or the best wife that you can, and you're putting everything that you can into the marriage and it still doesn't seem like you're worthy enough. God said, remember that this is true. What he spoke about you, what he spoke to you, what he spoke over you, what he spoke through you, it is true. Hear it and know it for yourself. It's time now for you to know it. It's time for you to walk into it. It is time for you to be of it, right? It is time to grow into it, grow with it, grow through it, and go through it to come out, right? We as people, we go through that phase where we're people pleasing and we're trying to meet the needs of everybody else, but we neglect God and we neglect ourselves. And God is saying this is not the season for that. Whatever I've spoken to you, whatever I've called you to be, whatever I called you to walk away from, this is all for your good. Everything that I'm taking you through, everything from the chastisement, from the allowing you to learn your lesson, from it breaking you so that you can understand what I bring you out of, don't go back to. This is all for the greater good. This is all for your purpose. This is all for you to be and to do and to get everything that God has called you to be, to have, and to walk in, and to just walk into it and be. This is that time. So if you're going through or in a season of correction, it says right here, do not despise it, because this is all working together for your good. If you're in a season where you feel like Job and you have lost it all, you've been called from it all, you have to give it up and let it go. God said, remember that everything that you have been through this far, he shall redeem you. He shall redeem you. Everything that you've been through, this is going to be peaceful for you. This is going to be peaceful for you, not just you, but your kids. It says your offspring will be like the grass of the earth. This is not just going to set you up, but the kids that you have, their kids, everything that God has called, the bloodline, the union, everything, God is going to bless it. But it first starts off with you knowing who God has called you to be and walking in that, proving that to yourself. Every day, wake up, prove it to yourself. God, I'm going to study to show myself approved. I'm going to study my word. I'm going to walk in it. I'm going to study for that exam. God, I'm going to apply for that position. I'm going to prove it to myself, because sometimes we forget. We forget who we are because we're trying to be what everybody else wants us to be. We forget God, who God called us to be, because we're trying to be what everybody else wants us to be. This is not the season for that. I pray and I hope this word encourages you. Take this word back to God. Always test the spirit behind every word. I thank you so much for watching. I love you, but God love you more. Have a great day.